What's good with the people? Let's talk this NFL shit real quick. What y'all see out there, huh? What y'all see? Man, I want to talk about a couple of games, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I know we usually do 49er breakdown. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I didn't even watch the game because I figured the 49ers should win the game, so I didn't even watch it. I did see when Kittle got his touchdown. Brock Purdy, threw him the touchdown, and then after that, that was it. So I can't even give you an update. I won't give you an update. The 49ers should have won that game any which way it go. Let's see what happened next week, and the week after that. But let's get down to the first game. Bills versus Bucks. Man, the only reason why I think the Bills won that game is because the starting cornerback for the Bucks went out. Had he not went out, I think the Bucks pull that game out. Now that's just me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I think that's what happened. The Bucks for some reason lost the momentum, and Josh Allen does what Josh Allen does. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen does what Josh Allen does. So you gave the Bucks was able to give Josh Allen some more time. You know what I'm saying? As far as because the Bucks was really doing anything that they wanted in that game, and their defense, like even how the game started off, right? For you to get an interception on the first, and you only get a field goal out of it, that the Bucks lost that game, right? The Bucks lost that game. The Bucks, I didn't see that urgency that we've been seeing with them in the fourth quarter. I didn't see that against the Bills. But hey, the Bills came out, got a good victory. Like I said, Josh Allen, he was able to hit some throws that, Josh Allen can sit up there and hit. So, Chargers versus Jags. Chargers dominated. No need to even talk about that. Let's talk about the Bears and Vikings. Great game. Let me tell you something. I'm about to say something, right? The way the Bears are looking, right? And what I mean by that is the way that Williams can get out of that pocket. When you think he's sacked, he's not sacked. He's able to make something happen. I think that would give a team like the Eagles and the Rams a little bit of a problem as far as being able to contain. You think you have everything contained, and then he's not contained. And Williams, one thing about Williams as well, the quarterback for the Bears, is that he has an arm. Boy, that boy has an arm. So not only can he break out of the sack, he's mobile enough to get out of the pocket and still hit you in stride. Wow. Like and he did that more than a couple of times against the Vikings. The Vikings thought they had him, and he's able to get up out, whoop, whoop, make a hell of a play. The Bears are the only thing I would like to see them at least improve on is that defense, because I think the offense, I know the offense is there for the Bears. The Bears have an incredible offense. It's not maybe the Detroit Lions type of offense where, they're flying all the way around and they got speed at every position, but they're able to get the job done. And Swift is a hell of a running back. He's making shit happen. And yeah, so Shout out to the Chicago Bears for defeating. Let me just tell you this. Let me even say this. This is my thing with the Vikings. The Vikings is always putting McCarthy in a position where he has to throw the ball. The biggest thing that I've seen with the Vikings is the Vikings can actually run the ball. Yet what they'll do is they'll try to make their quarterback, and this is just what I feel, they put him in messed up situations. Run the ball. Run the ball on first and second down. You ain't got to throw it all the goddamn time. You ain't got to do that. You just ain't got to do that. So when Minnesota can be able to just run the ball and focus on running the ball because they do have a nice wide receiver core, and of course you got one of the best, if not arguably the best wide receiver in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you're not saying Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. So to keep it 100 with you, I run the ball. I think it will help Minnesota in as the game goes on. I think running the ball, if you start off running the ball instead of sitting up here just throwing it. That's how the Bears was able to sit up there and actually win. I mean, even though Minnesota came back, it was one of those type of things. It was just like, I know that your offensive coordinator is, mind's heavy set pass the ball. But I didn't. Minnesota kind of gave that game away, right? Panthers and Falcons. What's going on with the Falcons defense? And yeah, what's going on with the Falcons defense? What else? Seahawks Rams. Can we talk about that? Seahawks Rams. One of the probably Bears Vikings. One of the best games of the day. Seattle and the Rams. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had 4 interceptions. Four interceptions. Okay. Where the defenders are making plays on the ball. This is the type of performance, the reason why he's in Seattle and he's not in Minnesota. This was a game where Sam Darnold was supposed to come out and not lose like the way and still had a chance to win at the end. Still had a chance to win. Seattle's defense is good, even though they had a couple of breakdowns, which those breakdowns did eventually cost them the game. But that was one of the best games that I've seen today. The back and forth between that game, as far as the defense, both of defense, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you, I think the Rams and the Eagles, as well as Seattle has, and Denver, don't forget about Denver, as well as Indiana, I think those are some of the best defenses in the league right now as far as contending. You know what I'm saying? Browns have a good defense. They're just not in contentions of anything. Okay? Pittsburgh has a good defense. Has a great defense as well. But the teams that I just previously said, I think, especially with the addition with the Colts of having Sauce, come on, man. But as I was sitting up here saying, I don't know how, right, you can game plan when you have a defense that is stacked everywhere. Everywhere. And we actually seen that with some of the games this weekend, right? The Rams, and the one thing I did not like also is I felt like Seattle was forcing Cooper Kupp the ball a little bit too much. Y'all can put it in the comments of what you think, but I felt like Seattle was forcing him the ball too much. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like Seattle did the same thing I felt like the Vikings did. Instead of them running the ball, they put themselves in a situation where they are throwing the ball a little bit too much when their outside run game was effective. Okay, it was effective. So why not keep doing that instead of putting Sam back in a position to where, yeah, I just felt like Seattle stumbled. Their defense kept them in the game, even though their offense was sitting up here, just giving it away, right? Let's talk about Browns versus Ravens. Okay, let's keep it 100 with you. We finally seen Shedeur, right? We finally seen the son of Deion Sanders, the great Deion Sanders. We seen Shedeur, and I'm rooting for Shedeur. When he came in, the Browns totally lost all momentum. Had they got 2 field goals, they win that game. 2 field goals, they win that game. 2 field goals, they win that game. Okay. 2 field goals, they win that game. I would say 3. My bad, 3. Because they lost by, 7? So 3 field goals. 3 more field goals. Just 3 field goals. I kind of seen, right? Not that I kind of, but I did see where the Ravens defense just pressured the hell out of Shedeur. He was fumbling the ball. And it was mostly because of the pressure. When he had the time, he delivered. Okay. So giving him a couple of more reps, you know what I'm saying, in the game, I think will help. But I will say this, I think had not the Browns quarterback, Gabriel, went out, I feel like they win that game. Okay. I do feel like they win that game. As soon as Dillon went out, it was over with. It was kind of like the Browns offense just sputtered. Myles Garrett, 4 sacks. And I will say this as well, right? Check this out. The teams that we seen, the AFC teams that we seen do great last year, such as the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens, all are having difficult times this year. The Bills did pull out a victory, as well as the Ravens. But, yeah, the Ravens didn't look so hot. Yeah, their defense came alive. But their defense came alive based on the fact that they're playing an inexperienced Shedeur Sanders. Okay? shout out to both the Browns and the Ravens. Ravens came out with their fifth straight victory right now. So the Browns could have pushed the Ravens a little bit back in the standings. Shout out to the Ravens for sitting up here winning fifth consecutive game. All right. We down to the last two games. Some of the best games, right? Let's talk about the Chiefs and the Broncos, okay? Mm, mm. I said this in the beginning of the season, and I will say this now. The Chiefs' magic is gone. The way they lost their Super Bowl against the Eagles was one of the most embarrassing losses that we've actually seen. In the Super Bowl in a long time. And the connection between Mahomes and Kelce is not as magical as it was in previous years. Okay? It has taken the league, almost a good 4 years to catch up with Pat Mahomes. But I think this is it. I think for the NFL, it will be great if the Kansas City Chiefs make the AFC playoffs. As of now, they're not in the playoffs. The Ravens are not in the playoffs. We are seeing an up-and-coming Browns team that is, not Browns team, Broncos team that not only do they have the defense, they have the quarterback as well. The way Bo Nixon in the fourth quarter, real quick, just skipping to the fourth quarter, the way he hit, I forget who he hit for that third down play, where he hit it on the backside of his shoulder. Oh man, that was a beautiful ass pass. Beautiful ass pass. Beautiful ass pass. As well as, even though the Chargers lost against the Jags, I think the Chargers are better than the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Okay? And the record will speak for that. One of the things that we have seen with Kansas City is that running, from the running back position. Hunt, Pacheco, you need a running game. I felt like last year, the way that Kansas City was winning those 1-point games, and I was saying then, I was surprised they even made it to the Super Bowl, to be perfectly honest with you. There's still 7 more weeks of the season. Let's see what happens. They have to damn near win. They need help and have to win out. The way the Broncos is playing, it don't look like the Broncos is going to lose. You know what I'm saying? all their games for the next, you know what I'm saying? It don't look like that. The Broncos look like they are about to take the division. Okay. As good as the Kansas City defense has been, especially in previous years in the fourth quarter, they struggled. They struggled with coverage. And that's something that we're not familiar with seeing with Kansas City, is that they struggle with coverage, with them covering corners, covering the wide receivers. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. If they are going to, if the Chiefs is going to make the playoffs, and shout out to the Broncos, we got to get the Broncos they props. Okay. They came, look, you're not coming into our home about to beat us in our place. Mind you, their best corner's not even in the game. Well, imagine when he comes back. Oh my God. The Broncos Broncos is looking good. Broncos is looking good. Okay. The Chiefs is on the downside. They're blocking. I don't know how many penalties their offensive tackle got. I think he got like two false starts, 2 or 3 false starts. It's not championship. Not championship contending football. Okay. And they play the Colts next week. And they play the Colts next week. And they play the Colts next week. So let's see. Let's see. Now, let's talk about Sunday night's game. Detroit versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Detroit gave that game away. Detroit gave that game away. I'm not mad at Jared Goff, but Detroit gave that game away. The coach gave that game away. 0 for 5 for 4th down. Kick the God. That's how this dude. Check this out. Check this out. Watching that game was so frustrating because Detroit could have won that game had they kicked field goals instead of going for it. You're going up against the best defensive tackle in the game. They knocked the ball away 5 times in this game. Carter having 2. And I forget, oh boy, he had 3. That's what cost Detroit a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Going for it. Going for it. The coach has done a hell of a job over there in Detroit. Coach Campbell has done a hell of a job. But let me tell you this. You don't leave points on the board. You don't leave points on the fucking board. He left like, what, 9 points? Just by going for it? Yeah, he missed the field goal. You still try to get the points. You get the points. When you go 0-2, no more going for it. 0-3, no more going for it. 0-4, no more going for it. 0-5, and that's why Detroit won't be in the Super Bowl. They risk too much. You can't risk points. Don't matter how good your offense is. They went against a defense that was better than them. Detroit defense was great. Saquon couldn't do nothing. Saquon couldn't do nothing. He was stuck out there. Longest run was 14 yards. Jalen did his thing, but let me just tell you this. I will say this. Let me tell you this. Philly is the best team in the NFL because they're the Super Bowl champions. Okay? So they're the best team. Okay? They have the best defense in the NFL. With the addition of Phillips, okay? They got the best NFL, the best defense in the NFL. Detroit's defense was able to keep them in the game. And I feel like Detroit lose that game even if they was at home. The defensive line for Philly is just too much. You have linebackers hanging in coverage with Williams and Gibbs. Come on, bro. Speed at every fucking position. Yeah. Eagles best team in the NFL. It is what it is. Eagles the best team in the NFL. Philly got y'all got a good team up over there. Can y'all make it back to the Super Bowl? Of course. With that defensive line, yeah, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Knocking down 5 balls. Yeah, come on, man. When they count, yeah, man. Come on. Detroit lost that game. Detroit lost that game. Take the points. That's all you got to do is take the points. This was a game that Detroit could have came out and proved that they could have proved that they are the best team. They got the best offense. As good as their offense is, there is as good at every, even though their tight end is not available, 3 good wide receivers, 2 good running backs, nice, great quarterback. Yeah. Should have put up more points than what they did. The offense and what we want to see from Detroit, I want to see Detroit play the hard teams and win, not the easy team. Because I feel like if you're playing that, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch the 49er game. They playing the easy team, Cardinals. Like, come on, bro, you gotta win that game. If you couldn't beat the Cardinals, then I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up. So I don't care about Detroit beating the weak teams. I want to see Detroit beat the Eagles in a big game. So, this NFL Sunday was pretty exciting. Shout out to all the winners. We're about to see what happens. Especially in the next couple of weeks. Football about to get real good in the next couple of weeks because now we about to head into the home stretch, playoffs. So it's about to get real good in the next couple of weeks. All right, I'm out. Smoke Talk Football. Peace.